and welcome to my vlog on physical physics. This is about traveling overseas and what items I used or what adventures I went on, things that relate to physical physics that you use every day. So for the first one is the cell phone that has a GPS. GPS is created from Einstein's relativity theory. The GPS helped my on-foot travel. So wherever I was, as long as I had signal, because it is satellite, you have to have satellite is what I mean. So you have to do that. You have to turn the phone on, make sure that it has signal, and for it to pick up GPS. Otherwise, you don't have it. So that's my first one. It's a very good item to have while traveling overseas, and it's awesome to think of it as relating to physics. Alrighty, going on to the next, walking to go sightseeing. Walking is related to Newton's laws of motion. The force you put on the ground equals to the reaction of the ground. So when you put your heel to toe, it's saying that, when you're pushing against the ground, you are creating Newton's laws of motion because of the force you're putting on it, and the gravity also that's pulling you down to the ground. So that's also another relation there. And of course, when you go traveling overseas, you walk everywhere, usually like downtown, or like if you go to their sites, maybe like mountains and things like that, you're going to be walking. This is a video of me driving a rental, transporting myself in a rental car to get me back to the hotel, dine in, and see sights. So yeah, so maybe, you just need to transport yourself to an excursion. And it was easier to do a rental to get there. Newton's laws of motion, it's representing, transportation is Newton's laws of motion, representing mechanical force, acceleration, action, reaction, inertia. So this is also, let me play it for you. It's just showing that, you're driving the car, going down the road, that's just showing the Newton's laws of motion, and also a travel car may be beneficial in your overseas traveling. So that is that. I'll let you watch up to 30 seconds, and there's really nothing more to see than that. Okay? And I'll pause that right there. And then airplane travel. So the airplane that transported me to the overseas destination. This is also a Newton's law. It states the more mass in an object, the Newton's law states the more mass in an object, the more force will be required to change its speed and direction. So when you descend a plane, say that there's thousands of pounds of luggage, and then you've got a full plane, it's the more force would be required to change its speed and direction. So thank God for pilot school, because I wouldn't be able to descend a plane, but for the people that do, they may not think about physics and how it relates to the airplane and gravity and the motions that you do when you descend a plane. But when you're going down, you're pushing against gravity, and the force is pushing you. So you have to be able to change direction and speed rapidly, so you are able to land the plane. So obviously, to get overseas, you need airplanes. You also take a huge ship overseas, but it may take a long time. I know that the Carnival, the cruise ships, they do overseas traveling as well. taking pictures with my camera. A modernized camera was used to capture every day on my journey. Conventional imaging devices like cameras, create pictures by detecting photons that interact with things being imaged. So this is just like modern technology, it's advancing every day we look, but without physics, we couldn't advance it. We couldn't create it. So think about things that go into your new phone, your new camera, maybe the TV you're watching, and obviously you would want a camera to go overseas with because the pictures that you can take over there are incredible. Maybe you're going to Paris and you want to see the Eiffel Tower. Camera would be a good investment for this travel. Alright, so we're just going to stop that right here. I know this is only supposed to be a 3-minute video. I am going to make another slide, which you'll probably see, but to link this video. So thank you for listening, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.